Welcome back to another edition of Fly Tying with Jim Misiura. Today we're going to tie a Henry's Fork Caddis. This fly was originated by Rene Harrop, and we're going to tie this on a Maruto D04 size 16. This is a barbless dry fly hook, and this came from frostyfly.com. Going to start out, I'm going to use 16-aught black Vivas thread. I'm going to put a base of thread down. This would be a nice, this fly will make a nice fly in size 16 through 16 and 18. I'm going to come back to the rear, just about where the hook starts to bend. We're going to start out putting the body on. For the body, I have a strip Peacock Herl, and this was a dyed olive Peacock Herl. I'm going to tie that in by the tip. We're going to tie this in. Then you can make a little bit of a tapered body with the thread if you'd like. I don't think it is going to matter a whole lot. We're going to bring that up about 2/3 the way. Before I start to wrap it, I'm going to put a little bit of head cement on there. And then I'm going to wrap it. You can tie this with the body color to match any of the Caddis. I chose the olive because it's a little better to see on the video with the contrast. I'm going to bring that right up, and then we'll tie that off there. This is a nice slim profile of a fly. Yeah, and I need to trim off the excess. It didn't want to break, and I don't want to pull too hard. Now for our wing, I'm going to take, this is a beige or a light tan CDC feather. You can use deer hair on that, on this. Just going to bring everything together. You want that wing to be just slightly longer than the body. This is just a single feather. And we can remove that excess. Go ahead and clean up that head there a little bit. And bring that thread back. Now we're going to put an overwing on there, and I'm going to use a Partridge for that. I'm just going to lay that right the same length as the CDC. Just lay that right on top, kind of fold it around the CDC. Yeah, trim off that excess. Go ahead and clean that head up. why I'm using such fine thread. Could do a little bit of cleanup and not end up with a bulky head. Now I'm going to take a single Peacock Herl and I'm going to tie that in by the tip. Going to take some of the really fine stuff off, but I don't want to go too far back. And I'm also going to take a dun hackle. This is a Cape hackle. And we're going to tie that in. Now we're going to take the Peacock Herl and we're going to wrap that. Got a little bit of a taper there, so I'm going to stop that there. Put a wrap or two in front of it, and we'll remove that excess. Now we're going to take our hackle and we're going to wrap that forward. And I'm kind of palmering this forward. This only needs to represent the leg, so we don't need a real lot of it. The CDC is really going to do the floating. We'll go ahead and trim off that excess. Wrap that head. We'll give this a whip finish. Gonna put a little bit of head cement on there. And I'm going to go ahead and put a feather through the eye. And here we have our Henry's Fork Caddis. Hope that you learned something from this video. Hope that you would subscribe to my channel. Please refer me to your friends. Leave comments, questions, suggestions. Please visit my sponsors. And most of all, I thank you very much for watching my videos.